are saying, are there any small animals like meerkats or something that leave tunnels that could be harmful to the elephants by breaking legs, elephants falling into holes? Actually, there are some animals that can make tunnel systems that can make it quite difficult, and they can actually cause a hazard to animals, not only elephant. Sometimes aardvark burrows systems, sometimes other den sites. But no, it doesn't really happen that they get broken legs so much. But yes, I've even been in a Land Rover where tunnel systems have caved in on me. So be very careful sometimes. Very sandy soils generally, not all the soil types. They're very particular soil types where you'll find that kind of tunnel system. Porcupines also can dig very deep tunnel systems, but not too much of a hazard. This is the best way to start a day. Hello, Blake, again in Kansas. This Kansas City, Missouri. What are you doing, child? You're just breaking branches. You're supposed to feed on them too. And what are those things on your face? Toothpicks or those tusks? Give him a complex. He's coming to show you now how I can do this. Put the foot on it. Oh, you missed. Yeah, there you go. Put the foot on it. Can I have some, please? I want to taste. Blake is asking, what are the first birds we hear when we wake up in the morning? It depends. That's a dead piece of tree there, Mrs. Ellie. The mouth is stained from eating the bark of this brownleaf teak. That's the branch that I asked her to move earlier. It was in the way before, that dead one. She's just broken it off. Sometimes the francolins start calling first, sometimes the drongos. Depends on the time of the year. I think, Blake, I'd have to tell you every day which is the first bird. There's not always the same bird. And you got bored with that very quickly. I don't recognize this little boy. He's got a very particular crease in his forehead. You see that? You recognize him just with that alone. And look, he'll say he's quite a hairy little boy. He's like got a marine brush cut. Number 1. And a unibrow. Sorry, I'm really going to give him a complex in a minute. Nice big stretch on behind his shoulder too. Here we go. Push it. Come on, you can do it. She decided not to. Depends, yeah. Well there, James, as I'm about to answer your question, James was asking, the act of feeding on a tree is actually beneficial to a tree, is this correct? In most cases, James, as you've just seen now, it's not so beneficial to that tree because that tree is systematically being taken apart. However, if they don't damage it too far low down, it's going to recoppice, and in a few years' time, it's going to have even more branches for them to feed on. And in some cases, yes. In some cases, the very act of feeding on trees does benefit the tree, but it benefits the animal as well. If you could consider that a tree's growth point is at the ends of the branches and twigs. Look at this little one pushing in. Its mother's going to get a little bit angry with it in a minute. Why don't you take the food out of your mother's mouth, like some calves do? So when a growth point is, like when you're pruning a tree, the next time round it's going to have 2 or 3 branches where you pruned one. So for animals that see, look, taking the food out of mom's mouth, learning what mom is eating. Step on it. Okay, let's leave it. Here it comes, here it comes. On top of me, not on top of me.
Oh, here we go.
She actually looked at you. Okay, we'll calculate the angle. The angle and the length of the tree and where we situated.
It's not for us to calculate, it's for her. In the bird.
You can look right into her mouth. You can see her palate. I should have been taking a photograph there. No. No, come back. You left a few. So, James, depending on how they're feeding on a tree, it can either destroy a tree or be beneficial, and a tree can become stronger for it. Under the circumstances, it's not really working that way for this particular tree. Uh-huh. Great sense of humor this time of the morning. Nothing to do with the question I just got there. Deborah Rose, morning. In Arizona. How's things over in Arizona? Them Joshua trees. I think the elephants would touch them. Deborah Rose asking how close to an ellie I got. Well, yesterday, a couple of times now here at Thorny Bush. Close enough to touch, but I kind of had to resist the urge to touch. I stretch my arm out in greeting to them. No, the closest I've been to an elephant is underneath an elephant being mauled and gored and nearly killed, rolled into the dirt. But that wasn't a very friendly episode. And there isn't really a temptation, Deborah Rose, to get out and be close to the loves of my life, because they might not feel the same way about me as much as I feel about them. And having been underneath an elephant before, it's not really that much fun. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to tempt fate twice. Don't know if I'd survive the next one. What you doing, little one? You're trying to get at that. Whoa. That bark isn't such great bark. That bark is not what you want.
No, he's not that chocolatey. That's why he's been digging around so much.
Yeah. Modifying the environment. Catch up with. Oh, look, another family group's coming. There's that girl with a hole in her ear from yesterday. See if there's any interaction here with this other female coming in. If there's going to be any dominant play, or looks like it. Could be. Don't know. No, she's just coming to get a few pieces of. James was asking about the secretions, the temporal secretions that we're seeing on some of them, not all of them, but one or two females in the back there that are showing secretions. There's a gland between the eye and the ear, like this old girl. She's got a little bit of liquid coming out of her temporal gland. For females, it's a sign of. You see how she carries that? She tucks it in between her trunk and her tuck. Somehow they've just been given a command, or they've just been told to move on.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, she picked up a piece of wood and moved.
Middle of it there.
Yeah. And that might be the end of our elephants, because it's the end of this little track and road for us. And
So we
there's
can keep up with them.
there goes a big tree, look at it. There's a big acacia just gone down there. The same female that was feeding here. She's probably going to go and feed on the branches now. In females, it's a sign of stress. They're stressed for some reason, James. When the bulls are showing temporal gland secretions, that's when they're in must, MUSTH, and when they're in must, their testosterone levels have increased.